In this video, we will be ranking the best dresses Scarlett O'Hara wears in Gone with the Wind. The story takes place between 1861 and 1873. Through this time, we see the changing fashions, which are reflected in Scarlett's wardrobe. So we will be placing her dresses into the categories of pre-marriage to Red Butler and during her marriage to him, because her marriage to Red Butler is at the end of the 1860s. We will also not be including any mourning dresses. In addition, the ranking for this video is based purely off of my opinion when it comes to fashion, aesthetics, style, and history. Beginning in the 1860s, before marrying Red Butler, Scarlett is seen in a variety of ensembles. Today, we will be ranking 11 of them. We will be leaving out her mourning wear and her tattered wartime dresses. Ranking in at number 11 is her red cotton work dress. This is the only shot we see of this dress, and the dress is rather plain, masculine, and utilitarian. Although the color is very rich and beautiful, of the 11 dresses in question, it is the dullest one she wears. At number 10, we have her green Christmas dress. I'll admit, when I was watching the film, I thought this dress was blue originally, but when seeing other pictures, I noticed it was actually green. Scarlett is seen wearing this dress when Ashley Wilkes comes home indeed for Christmas. She also wears a beautiful jacket on top, which I definitely love, and the bonnet, which makes the dress a lot better. At number 9, we have her sky blue day dress. This dress features more details and is more interesting to look at, but not overwhelming. Her accessories pair beautifully with the color of the dress, being yellow and accent just wonderfully. I do love the hat and the intricacy that it represents. I have placed Scarlett's white cotton day dress at number 8. Although this dress is simple in style, its small details really make it something special. We also know that white looks very beautiful on Scarlett and accents her coloring in a lovely way. The number 7 spot goes to her red cotton and silk day dress. What sets this dress apart is the deep red wine color of the fabric. It is so vibrant and beautiful. There are small red buttons down the center and black trimmed accents in the dress. Ranking at number 6, we have Scarlett's gold and plaid working dress. This dress is filled with an exorbitant amount of beautiful details. The dress has black embroidery on the front of the bodice and on the sleeves. The plaid fabric is carried through not only on the skirt, but also on the ends of the sleeves. The dress features a multitude of different elements, but they all tie together very cohesively. Arguably, one of Scarlett's most famous looks is her green velvet curtain dress. The dress is quite ingenuitive, creative, and very indicative of the 1860s. The partial asymmetry of the sleeves on the dress adds to the detail and to the expensive look of the garment. The hat which Scarlett wears is also extremely exceptional. The fringe from the bottom of the curtains is used to create a drapery down the back of the hat. There's black feathers placed on top, and the coordinating green velvet at the top of the hat ties the whole ensemble perfectly together. Taking the number 4 spot is Scarlett's red and white Christmas day dress. The dress has a very large full red silk skirt, and the top of the bodice is white cotton and red silk trim, which creates a ruching effect. There is also a lovely white tie about the waist, which continues down to the red silk skirt. At number 3, we have Scarlett's wedding day dress. The fabric of the dress is a champagne-colored silk. There is beautiful, poofy, princess-like sleeves and a multitude of floral appliques. The detail work on this dress is simply exceptional. Every single element is practically beyond belief because it is all so cohesive, unexpected, and beautiful. Taking the number 2 spot is her white ruffled day dress. The material of this dress is done in white organdy with a red velvet belt. The many draped layers of white organdy throughout the skirt make it truly fascinating and beautiful. The dress is lighter in appearance, not only in fabric, but in color, which perfectly offsets her being in her garden while at Tara. And the number one spot for her 1860s wardrobe, pre-marriage to Rhett Butler, goes to her floral barbecue day dress. The dress is made from a silk floral muslin with green velvet accents. She pairs her dress with a silk shawl and a large, beautiful straw hat. Around the neckline and off the shoulders, there is beautiful ruching detail. As we know, this is truly one of Scarlett's favorite dresses, and it certainly is one of mine as well. Now we will be moving into the latter part of the decade, and then into the early part of the 1870s. It is at this time that she marries Rhett Butler. We will first take a look at 7 of her evening dresses and day dresses, and then we will look at 5 of her dressing gowns. At number 7, we have her blue velvet dress and black fur coat. We see this dress and coat only for a short moment as she is recovering from her accident. The dress looks very comfortable, especially with the lovely fur coat. You can notice the baby blue ribbon in the center of the dress and also the baby blue accents on the cuffs of the sleeves. Coming in at number 6, we have her pink and black striped day dress. This is a beautiful dress she wears while accompanied by Rhett as she takes Bonnie out in her stroller. The dress has unbelievable details all throughout and is very cohesive yet intricate in its designs. The sleeves are truly remarkable and are definitely probably the best part of the ensemble. The number 5 spot goes to her black and white travel dress. This dress is white and features black trim detail all throughout. And once again, there is an emphasis on the designs of the sleeves. There is a small hat, which was the fashion at the time, and a beautiful veil which ties everything together. At number 4, we have the green and white dress that Scarlett wears while visiting Tara. The dress has beautiful green details consisting of stripes, lattice work, and beautiful coverings and bows. The dress has a very expensive look about it, signifying that it is well done. At number 3, we have the beautiful white day dress with a blue velvet jacket. The style of this dress is a little before its time, but it certainly is simply fabulous. The small white hat with the tulle accents and the tulle in the sleeves and in the collar truly tie it together. The beautiful velvet jacket has a lovely back to it, which makes it look like it's all one ensemble instead of 2 separate pieces, which in fact, the jacket and the dress both are. And at the number 2 spot, we have the blue silk dinner gown. This gown is worn when she's taking her honeymoon with Rhett Butler. This is a beautiful dinner gown that we don't see very much of, but just looking at it for a short amount of time, you can tell that this dress is truly remarkable. I do wish we could have seen the whole length of the dress. What makes this dress particularly of interest and of beauty is the small yellow birds on the shoulder. I imagine there would be some details possibly of the wings on the rest of the dress. And at number 1, I don't believe there can be much argument, but it goes to the ruby red evening gown. This dress is also one of the most iconic and memorable from the film. The dress features a form-fitting silhouette with a bustle style. There's also gorgeous feather details on the shoulders and the bustle again. This dress 100% takes the number 1 ranking when it comes to this portion of the video. And now let us count down and rank her 5 dressing gowns. Coming in at last place is her orange dressing gown. I find this gown to be a little heavy and a little overwhelming with its patterns, the collar, and the fur details. No doubt it is beautiful, creative, and well done, but amongst the 5, it comes in last place because of the reasons I had mentioned. In 4th place is the red velvet dressing gown. As the one prior was too overly done and ornate and overwhelming, I find this one to be a little underwhelming. It is no doubt gorgeous, and I love the lace detailings on the collar and underneath the sleeves. It is no doubt a stunner, but because of its underwhelming nature, to me it comes in 4th place. I find the blue dressing gown with white fur trim to be very exceptional. The dressing gown is soft, subtle, and feminine. The color is light, and I adore the fur trim. The fur trim, I believe, completely makes the ensemble. In second place, we have the gold and white dressing gown. This dressing gown is seen when she goes on her honeymoon with Red Butler. The gown features beautiful white accenting fur trim. The trim is not only around the sleeves, but is at the collar. Quite simple and stunning. The number one spot by far goes to the green and gold dressing gown. To me, this gown isn't overwhelming and it isn't underwhelming. It is just right. There is enough detail and enough beauty that the whole dress seems absolutely gorgeous and doesn't completely take away Scarlett O'Hara's beauty. It only emphasizes it and doesn't serve as a distraction. Of all the dresses Scarlett wears, tell me in the comments down below which one is your favorite, and if you agree with my opinions. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video.